Storage rooms, closets, and garages can be so hard to declutter and organize. But I'm going to use my favorite method to get this place organized so that it's easy to find things in. I can find all of my Halloween stuff because Halloween is coming and we are continuing on my basement decluttering journey as we get ready for my son to move. Let's get started.
I absolutely love putting my AirPods in and listening to a podcast. This is tooth and claw about animal attacks, but you learn how to kind of avoid them. Anyway, I actually think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people struggle with decluttering is that they don't take into consideration to try to make it as enjoyable as possible, which is why I listen to a podcast or I listen to music if I have a lot of decisions to make. I don't want to be focusing on a podcast. But I do want to be entertained, so I will listen to music.
I was looking for some scissors. I'm very happy to have found these in the wrapping paper, of course.
Some of the other things that really hold people back is, struggling to make decisions or being overly sentimental. And I will get into that in a bit because I've sort of realized that there are 4 things that really hold a lot of us back when we are decluttering. And I will get into that in a second. Here you can see me. I am just wiping off all of these things. And it's not because I'm like super clean. We actually had all of the doors in our house painted and they had to be sanded. And the painters, they sanded them in the house, the basement ones in the house, and there was dust everywhere. And I had not gotten to under the stairs yet. I knew I would once I went in there and decluttered it. And you can see I just bashed my head there.
Oh, I just knew I was going to hit my head. And I was like, don't hit your head. And then I hit my head. Crumpet has come down and he's scared of the vacuum. And he just keeps walking further exactly to where I'm going. So I'm going to go beyond him and turn it on and he's going to leave. Okay, there you go. Bye.
Crumpet has a brain injury. His cerebellum was damaged due to a virus in utero, and he is adorable. I promise you, I was not chasing him with the vacuum. He just sort of got in there and got in the way, but he is adorable and he falls down a lot though.
When you do go into a storage room, you probably will come across some kind of sentimental things. And I have explained before that I have a nostalgia nymph as my clutter monster. I'll get more into that in a second. But basically, like one of the things that really keeps me from decluttering is being faced with the decisions with decluttering sentimental things. One of the things that's really worked for me is having like a dedicated box to something. So this is like a little baby blanket, and this is my son Ewan's box. And I've got his little shoes. He's my firstborn baby. He is like the one that's moving. And I have this saved here. What's funny is like I have a nightlight. I don't need this, right? So this is something I can easily get rid of. Now, as a nostalgia nymph or a person with a nostalgia nymph, things like that even, I could say like, oh my gosh, I remember like I had that in his room when he was a baby. And I probably intentionally put that in this very box because I felt pulled to. And that's why I think it's important to revisit things that we have deemed as sentimental, because we will probably come across something and think, okay, this is not sentimental anymore, but I'm definitely keeping these very cute little booties. Oh my gosh. So cute. So these are notes a nanny gave us. I will keep those for now. And then I also have like some of his artwork. So this is something that you can do. And because like he is moving in a couple of weeks, this is a sentimental time where I'm probably not going to be decluttering a lot of sentimental things. I'm feeling a little bit fragile, which is totally fine. I just came across some Christmas decorations. So these are in the wrong spot, and I will set these aside to go with the Christmas stuff because that is part of decluttering, is putting things where they belong. Now this box, as you can see, it's not very full, which is wonderful. So I can put like these cute little slippers and things back in here and feel the feels that my son is moving and it is kind of sad, and that's okay. So I'm going to put this back under the stairs because it's totally fine and acceptable to keep something like a memory box, which is one of the tips that I provide in the clutter quiz for somebody who has the nostalgia nymph. I'm going to put this back under the stairs here. Okay, that one there, and this is my son Ben's, and put this one under here. Now, that brings me to another sentimental thing. So this is another box of sentimental things that I really do not keep a lot, and it is mostly photos. So what's interesting is we often say to ourselves, like, what would we do if there was a fire? What would we grab? And I'm always like, the photos, but they are way under the stairs. So I should probably rectify that pretty soon. But this is actually just a big box of photos. And I do have one more thing that I want to show you of sentimental things. Okay, the other thing that I came across that has sentimental things, other than like the few baby things, is my yearbooks. And I only have 3 of them here. There might be more in here, but I'm not going to dig them up. Anyway, though, these are my yearbooks. So I'm just going to pop these in here, and they are going to be safe underneath the stairs. But that is a lot of photos to drag out of something. Now, the other clutter monsters are, there's the Motivation Medusa. Now, this is quite often for people who are like, I don't know where to start. You might actually find yourself kind of looking like my cat Plumpkin Seed and deciding you're just going to sit and think about things, and then you end up getting distracted. There's also the Procrastination Pixie, who will literally find anything else to do, even though it might take way more energy, but you just don't want to have to use the mental energy to do that. And there are a lot of other ways to describe it. And then there is the Indecision Imp, who is really responsible for how hard it is for somebody to decide. If you're decluttering, you pick up 2 items and you're like, I can't decide, should I keep this, shouldn't I keep this? You might just have the Indecision Imp. Now, I have descriptions about all of these guys and lots of tips for how to deal with them. You can see which one you have. Go to minimalisthome.ch/quiz or click below. So I'm a person that really, really likes certain holidays. I really enjoy Halloween, and I consider it a holiday. So I have my Halloween decor. These 2 are stuck together. But anyway, I have this box here where it is neatly organized, and I have this cool boo thing that I like to put up, but this stuff needs to get stowed away so I can access it easily. So I'm gonna tuck it in here and put everything else in, and hopefully I have a little path so it's very easy to pull things out. So let's get that in there right now. And that brings me to Easter. Now, I'm not a huge Easter decorator, a little bit, but we definitely have Easter baskets for the kids. Even though one of them is an adult, he definitely will be having an Easter basket if he's here. So what I'm gonna do, I've got this like paper straw that goes in them. I'm just gonna tuck it in this bin that I have, which came from IKEA. It's old. So I've got this little bit of decor, which is like some eggs, like a garland, the paper, and this. These unfortunately don't quite nest, but that is okay. And then I'm just gonna slide this in the back where the other stuff is, right next to the Halloween stuff. Oh gosh, it would be nice if that fit in there so well, but if I lift it up a bit, it does, so that's good. This mattress here, you might be like, why is she not dealing with that? This is like a spare twin mattress, which we use if like my niece and nephew come to visit, or if the kids have a sleepover. So this will just stay here. It's super dusty too from the paint sanding, and I'm just gonna leave it because it sort of just slides in and out easily, and we'll just put a new sheet on it if somebody comes over. I did actually just come across another sentimental box, and this is the box of my Cabbage Patch dolls. So basically, as far as sentimental things go, I have a small box of my own dolls, and then I have some photos. For now, I'm going to hang on to these. Like I said, I'm in no space mentally to be doing any kind of decluttering of sentimental things, because part of my issues with my son moving are me growing older and my own changes in life. So I'm just gonna go ahead, tuck these in the back, and just move on, okay? Here's the thing. If there was a fire, if we had to evacuate, or there was an earthquake or something and we lost all of this stuff, that's okay. It's okay. But it's also okay to keep a couple of boxes of small things to remember your past. And I probably, when I'm not in this phase, will be like, yeah, I don't need those Cabbage Patch Kids. But for today, I will have grace with myself. One of the most important things when you are decluttering is to feel the feels. So if you have things that come up and you think, I'm sad about that, that's okay. And it's okay to let things go, but feel that feeling. So today I can feel the feelings about being sad that my son is moving, being sad that I'm growing older. That's totally fine. It's just, don't let yourself be surrounded by stuff forever. And I definitely will come back to this stuff later, but for now, I'm good. I'm good to leave it, but I know there are other things that I'm choosing to let go of, which is great. Now, if you are new to my channel, you should know I absolutely love Christmas. And if you're not new, you know I love Christmas. Now, I do have a lot of Christmas wrapping paper, and one of the things Diane in Denmark, who I absolutely love, suggests is getting like this sort of like pretty plain paper from IKEA, which I have done, absolutely love. But we do have some big rolls left from, some people gave it to us. They didn't want it. They wanted it to stay here, but also just things from like Costco. So it's gonna take a while to burn through those, but I love having the plain stuff. So I'm gonna throw this back in this closet, and hopefully everything is accessible, because I want this space to be a spot where it's very easy to grab things. We don't have to pull everything out to get out all of the Halloween decor, because last year I don't even think we decorated, and I think it was just busy, but part of it was probably that was hard to get to. We really only need access a few times a year. Put the ribbons back. I swear I almost walked into this. It's so dangerous in here. Now, I often get questions from people about what to do when they are decluttering with other people's things. So for my husband, for example, I've come across a few of his things. Now, this is some photo albums. I think I can safely say these should be put with our sentimental things. So I'm going to do that. Looking there, it's mostly my sentimental things, like boxes and stuff, so that's okay. Other than like the kids stuff, which is mostly for them. If they don't want it, that's fine. I don't need those, a lot of those kindergarten drawings. This is his. It was some kind of award he got, so I'm gonna throw it in this basket here for him to decide what he wants to do with it. Now, the other thing I've come across is this, which is just a random bag of things. Now, these are like doom drawers, doom boxes, whatever, extras. This man, my husband, loves Ricky Gervais, and he's great. So I'm gonna throw this in here. He can decide. Sleepy Hollow, what a great movie. It is almost Sleepy Hollow time. I'm so excited. So pretty much all of this stuff is just for him to decide. I've got some Christmas cards. I'm gonna donate these. I don't really send Christmas cards anymore, and I found more scissors, which makes me really happy. The rest of this bag is just random things, like an old kind of like gross water bottle. I will declutter that. There's something weird that's wet in it. That shouldn't be wet, because this has been in here for a really long time. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is just leave this, put a bunch of these things that are now being donated in this bag, and this is now my donation bag. I have my donation basket, but it's going to go in a bag anyway, so all of this is just going to go straight to the garage, which is wonderful. Okay, I forgot about the stuff here. This is the pictures of my husband's, but I also have this box, which is a Lego Harry Potter train, which goes up here, so I'm going to leave this here. And somebody's going to put it together. And then this, my mom gave me this Mary Poppins doll. I loved Mary Poppins. It's a very special thing for me, because my dad and I, we used to watch Mary Poppins and sing all of the Mary Poppins songs. And if you know, he passed away about 1.5 years ago, and it's still pretty sensitive for me. So I will definitely be hanging on to this for now. And then I have this box of sentimental things, and it is still more pictures. And I really don't even have that many pictures compared to some people. And I'm okay with keeping the ones that I have for now, because I don't have time to go through them. I have 3 kids still. And I also have some videos in here. So because this is now so tidy, it should be easier for me to access. So let's see how that pans out. One of the last things going back in here is the luggage. So I'm going to see, this is a different style, different brand than the other one. I'm going to see if it fits, because that would be great. I don't think it will, because nesting luggage is just such a great way to store luggage. Nope, that's not going to fit. Not even close. I was able to put this little one in it though, which is good. And for now, I mean, we still have, you know, 2 kids at home and 1 kid that probably is going to come back for trips, at least a little bit. So I can put this duffel bag and this duffel bag in that suitcase. So that's good. My husband, he's so smart. He thought, let's put this yellow duct tape on this bag. And it is so easy to spot our stuff on the carousels. Now there are 2 things I'm keeping for my niece because they won't be driving out here for a while. They flew out the last time. So these angel dolls, we'll see. And if she doesn't want them, they don't need to go to her. I will just donate them. And this is a snow globe. She loves snow globes. So we have the stuff going to my niece, the Halloween stuff, Easter, and then just a little bit of storage, like the sentimental things are back there. And this is the Christmas decor. This is the wrapping paper and the luggage. So there's a total laneway. I absolutely love it.
And this is what it looked like before. Don't forget, it was so messy, and after, so much better.
For the very last part, I don't know about you, but I have kids who make artwork. So we have some of it displayed down here. And I noticed this command hook and I thought, this is the perfect spot to put this picture. You might be like, I still don't know how to actually declutter. Like, basements are a struggle. I am overwhelmed. Click that quiz below or check out this video here. This is my full decluttering system. It will help you decide where to start and using a great proven strategy. And I hope something great happens for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.